Hello guys, my name is Vishal. In this video, let's have a look on brushes and also how to create a calligraphy brush. So I'll just try to understand what the brush in Illustrator is about. So brushes are generally used to paint. So we have a paintbrush tool, and when you got the brush here, you can go to the brushes panel and then select the brushes you wanted. And you could see I've selected one round 15 point brush here. You can select the brushes from this particular area also, which is there in the control panel. So you select any of the brushes. Okay, then what you need to do is you need to change the color of the brush. Here I've selected the red color, and then right, and then you get something here. Okay, so you can just when if it's too hard to draw with your pen tool, then your paintbrush would be a greater help. Now what you have done is, while you are drawing, you're not only filling that area, but also you are creating a path, and this path is basically, you could see that can be selected and moved anywhere, and also can be edited with your direct selection tools and then modify them, and then get greater level of control on your final results. Okay, so I'll show you how to create your own custom calligraphy brush. Now what is calligraphy brush? So calligraphy brush is like when you are writing some signboards or you're painting a signboard, or calligraphy is art of writing basically. So what they do is they use a nib, which is basically flat, or even when they paint with the brush, they use a flat brush, not a rounded one. So it's all about creating your simple brush, either round or the flat one. Okay, so if I generally select this brushes panel, which is here, just click and then you get the brushes panel. If you don't find it here, you can go to window and then you have brushes, and then you get that brushes opened up for you. So here you just go and then say create a new brush. Okay, once that is done, you get a small window which is asking you what type of brush you want to create. You got calligraphy brush, you got scatter brush, you got art brush, you got bristle brush, and you got pattern brush. So having nothing in your hand, you can create at least calligraphy, bristle, and pattern. So I'm just selecting the calligraphy brush here and then say OK. Once that is done, it gives you a window. I'm just giving a name first. So it is custom 01, and you have the angle, the roundness, and the size. You can do that from here. Okay, you can able to rotate the brush. You can control the roundness of the brush, and then size of the brush. So you can choose that size also. Once that is done, you could see angle is fixed, roundness is fixed, and size is fixed, and I just say OK, and then choose the brush here. Okay, you could see that 55 custom 01 brush is there. So select the brush and then start writing. So calligraphy brush, you got round brushes and flat brushes. Now I've created a flat brush, which is making certain part of the stroke is as thick and certain part of the stroke is thin, and it depends on the angle. Let's say you are drawing a line this way, you get a thin stroke, and you draw this way, it gives a thick stroke. And that's where you can generally make your artwork look nicer. For the stroke size, the amount of roundness should be big like this. So I can reduce the brush size, and then sometimes logo creations, typography logo creations can be as simple as taking a calligraphy and just draw, and then that can become a beautiful logo. And also one thing is you can select your stroke and then pick up a gradient, okay, and then you can try applying that gradient here. Like that. So gradients work, and you should able to see from the start of the curve till the end of the curve the gradient is stretched. Let's say if I separate E, I, N, S. So your stroke is basically the start and end point is defining the gradiency of the stroke. That's something really important about this applying gradient. I'll check if the pattern works. Absolutely, it's working for the stroke, and you should get beautiful effects out of it. Just select the brush and then start doing it. Okay.